Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Hey everyone, checking in on gold. We'll start with the dollar. So the dollar on the daily time frame is seeing a little bit of a bounce play out, but we are anticipating to stay in the lower high and lower low pattern where we had our high up here up at 101.34. Then we hit a lower high. We have a double top here at 160 and 161. So I would put that level, put a line there to keep an eye on it, as that is our lower high to be watching. And now we're seeing a bounce play out and anticipating it's going to be a lower high compared to 161. And our support is the lowest price we've seen on this pullback, 99.37, and then on down to 98.86. So that's what we have here in the short term. And why we are looking for a lower high to be set is because zooming out on the daily time frame and where we are coming from, it is a clear lower high pattern over the past 4 months at this point. So we could draw a couple trend lines to be keeping a closer eye on this downtrend resistance, and I would put it right there in terms of hitting the lower highs, and you can see that last lower high didn't even get up to that downtrend resistance. So this is pretty much the chart that I would be looking at. Wouldn't want too much overdrawing. Keep it as simple as possible. First level of resistance, second level of resistance would be the downtrend. And in terms of support, our 2 levels of support to be watching down here. So that is what we have on the dollar. And we do have a little bit of bearish action in terms of seeing that bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern. We started drawing that months ago, and it finally did play out. Saw an oversold bounce after that break did occur. But as you can see, that oversold bounce didn't do anything in terms of changing the trend. So bears still holding control right now, and gold is still definitely in control of the bulls. This is the hourly time frame. So we started Friday knowing that the bulls were in control, and that's because we had this clear resistance line that had rejected the price multiple times. We got over it to start the morning, and these 2 candlesticks in the morning, back testing and holding, these 3 candlesticks, holding the support, and then seeing continuation to the upside, let us know that the bulls were just fine and holding control. So this red line, uptrend line support, is coming from the daily time frame, and that is a very steep, strong level of support. And if we were to lose this, I wouldn't say, okay, the bears are taking over. This is just a level where I know as long as we are above it, the bulls are in absolute full control of this daily time frame because of how steep it is and how strong we are seeing this move. So this pullback, very healthy, considering where we came from. We had this 3-day pullback, and I always look at how much we give back on the move to the upside. So we had a big bull break, and we gave back about 40% of it, and now the bulls are showing back up the past 2 days to end the week. So I keep pointing out the discrepancy between JNUG and junior miners and NUGT and the senior miners, and how NUGT is leaps and bounds more so than I have seen in recent memory, stronger than JNUG. And the fact, or the reason for that, in my opinion, partially, is because of silver. XAGUSD, look at this pullback on the daily time frame. We had 5 red days in a row, and we gave back 90%, if not more, of the move to the upside. So you compare that to gold, which I just showed. Gold was only given back 40% or so. So these junior miners are more exposed to silver, and that is a big factor there, the fact that we have pulled back so much more significantly on silver. So again, just looking at these charts, GDX compared to GDXJ. Here's GDX, where we did pull back significantly, and we're in a very clear uptrend of higher lows and higher highs. A little bit of a bounce here at the end of the week, not very significant, but you look at GDXJ and it is a completely different chart. We do not have higher lows and higher highs. We never broke the high of March. It was a lower high and then a lower low, breaking support here. So a completely different chart. And again, I just want to emphasize that I have not in recent memory seen this kind of discrepancy between these 2 names. So if I were looking bullish in miners, I would be nowhere near JNUG. Why would you not choose the stronger of the 2? I would absolutely be looking at NUGT bullish and JDST bearish. And that's that. So GDX here, the levels we're looking at. The low of consolidation is support, 23.28. We rejected from the 200-day moving average resistance a couple times. That will be a key resistance to watch, 24.57. So that's the channel that I'm watching right now. This is a potential bear flag, the way that this weak bounce is playing out. After 4 days of a pullback, we have a weak bounce rejecting from exponential resistance. The bulls need a strong day on Monday to close over these exponential resistances and to negate the odds that that is a bear flag that is forming here. If it is a bear flag, we're going to come down and break 23.28 and see a bit more further pullback. So important for the bulls to get over these exponential daily resistances, fend off this bearish MACD cross, keep the RSI above the 50 level, and keep the bulls in control of this daily time frame. The weekly chart for GDX is rejecting from the 50-week resistance the past 2 weeks. That's up at 24.61, so that's lining up pretty close to that 200-day moving average resistance. So a couple resistance levels at the same point. Bulls need to get over that level, and we're looking up at 25.71 as the goal for the bulls to break to continue this longer-term higher low, higher high pattern over the past 5 months at this point. So GDXJ a lot weaker, lower highs and lower lows, and the bears in full control, really. So in order to change that, the bulls have to break 38.06. That's over 10% to the upside. So we are a long way away from that occurring. And as of right now, we're looking at the low of support, 33.90, and then we're looking down at 32.66. So we really only have couple support levels before that low of March, and you look at GDX, and I could pick a half dozen support levels before the low of March. So GDXJ, same thing with resistance, have to get over the exponential moving averages, and we have multiple inside bars in a row showing this range shrinking, and the range of Thursday fit within Wednesday, the range of Friday fit within Thursday, so we're going to have a clear break on Monday. You see the volume dropping off. We're going to see an increase in volume and an increase in volatility with either a bull break of 34.94 or a bear break of 34.40. Weekly time frame for GDXJ has rejected from its 50-week multiple times and is now seeing its follow through to the downside. Look at the volume. Granted, we had one less trading day last week, but clearly the bear volume is high this week after those rejections, losing the middle Bollinger Band, and the bears remaining in full control. So that is the difference between the two. And again, JNUG or JDST if you are bearish, and NUGT if you are bullish is the safe way to go in terms of the way that these charts are shaped up. So we'll see if gold can continue to hold that uptrend support line in strong control. And as long as that level holds, the bulls are looking great. And we'll be looking for the dollar to set a lower high on this bounce attempt below 161. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you soon.